Hey everyone, my name is Lindsay Weiss. I am an 11-star diamond, 4-time elite coach with Team Beachbody. And I want to talk to you today about how you build this business when you don't have an active upline. I was one of those coaches that didn't have an active upline, and I didn't let it stop me is really the best thing I can tell you. I was, when I first got involved in the business, it was the year that we were able to earn a trip to the Bahamas. And that was what I put my eye on. And I knew that in order to earn that trip, I had to hit Success Club. So, truth be told, my upline didn't even tell me about Success Club until I was like, hey, I think I got you 2 points. And then she was like, oh, yeah, and started to explain it to me. So I didn't even understand that, but I hit it that first month mainly because I put an email out to my warm market, to my family and friends, and let them know that, hey, if you're interested in any of these products, I am a coach. We didn't have challenge packs back then. So Shakeology, I think it was the only way you could get Success Club points. And if you would sign a coach, you could get 2 points. So I went Emerald in 3 weeks, and it was with cold market people that I had just connected with on Facebook through social media. So what I did when I got started was I did get plugged into a team page. And back then, if you are in a position where you're not even plugged into a team page, I would say go to YouTube for a lot of tips. But back then, we were, in this team page, and I just kind of reached out to people that looked to be the leaders of the team who had nothing to do with me. I wasn't in their downline or anything like that. And they just kind of gave me tips and how they handle different, situations. And of course, at this point in 2016 now, you can get all of that on YouTube. You can go and look at videos and decide how you want to handle your business. The truth is this is your business. So is it a bummer to not have like a super strong upline or something like that, or even have a strong leg? Sure. But I got to tell you, I've been able to build a really successful business. I'm an 11-star diamond coach, so that tells you something, right? So how did I do it? Well, I started by just placing, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, and on the outside. And my goal was to get to diamond. I got to diamond in 60 days, and then I got to star diamond like 30 days after that because I had one of my first coaches was really interested in building the business. And that's the second point for you, is to really focus on looking for people who want to build the business. If you're only talking about fitness and you're only talking about nutrition and stuff like that, you're not going to find people who want to build a business. You're just going to find challengers who maybe want to, do a couple sales here and there. But you are looking for business builders in order to build volume. And you want, you really just need a couple of them at the end of the day who want to run with you, right? So I would go back left and then right and left and then right. And then once I went 1-star diamond, I knew in order to get to the next level, which is 2-star, I had to build on the opposite leg, right? And that's how 2-star would come about. So the cool part, right, is that I just focused on continuing to build that opposite leg until a diamond coach came about. I attracted, I worked to attract business builders. And back then I was so new, I didn't even know what I was doing. But I had gone on the trip. I earned the trip to the Bahamas, and I was posting photos and, oh, yeah, Beachbody, this is such a cool trip. We earned this trip and the Success Club trip and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people were like, trip? Really? And they, got interested, and it kind of started to grow from there. So the plan B to that strategy to get to 2-star was to build my spouse. He was put on the opposite leg of my first diamond. And the reason is because I didn't place him till coach number 8. I wasn't guided, and I didn't realize, like, sign your spouse up right away. And so he was number 8, and I made him an emerald coach so I could hit diamond. He happens to be on my strong leg now, or they're very, I would say at this point, 4.5 years in, they're fairly balanced, but he is on the side that's just a little bit stronger. Depending on the week, I guess you could say. And he, so what I did when I was opening my second business center is I placed that one in his weak leg so I could start to build volume there. And that was a really cool move. And you can do that once you hit 2-star, you open a second business center and you can place it in your spouse's weak leg. And yes, that is made for a strong leg. And it still has its weeks where sometimes it's balanced and sometimes it's stronger. And it just, I think that's depending on what your business looks like. Sometimes you're going to have stronger, sometimes you're going to have balanced. The cool part about not having a strong leg is that you do get to balance. You can fairly easily get to 5-star and get to 10-star. And I'm not going to say easy because this takes work, but it's just, I don't know what it's like to have a strong leg or a strong upline. Or I didn't know in, all that. So I actually wanted to become that person. I wanted to become that coach. I've created, we have team retreats, and we have team time together. I've just really created my own coach basics training, or, new coach training. And it's taken, I would say that if I were you, I would really find a personal development book or mentor that really speaks to you. For me in the beginning, Danny Johnson really played a big role in just helping me figure out how to talk to people, how to connect with people, how to build relationships with people, how to get to know them and help them genuinely, and not be, that icky salesperson, and still build a really great business. And she helped me get through a lot of that. And then Shalane Johnson helped me kind of figure out time management and priorities and the balance of life and family and kids. And, I think you just kind of evolve with this business, and different authors and speakers will help you as you go. Mindset is such a big thing, and I have a really strong mindset, I guess you could say. It still takes work. Of course, you got to train it every day, but I've always just had this thought process of, if I just get Success Club every month and I do this, it's going to compound over time and it's going to grow, whether I have volume from somewhere else or not. And are there days when I'm like, man, I wish I could benefit in something? Sure. It's very normal. Are there days where you see someone hit some big goals and you're just like, what just happened? Yeah. So I encourage you to turn off your notifications, turn off following, other top coaches if that's going to affect you, because at the end of the day, this really is about you and the work you put in, regardless of your upline. And in terms of getting recognized and having someone, send you gifts, I guess for me, what I always have done is I have bought myself. So I do have a coach who was a couple levels up, who kind of took me in under her wing and took care of me. In terms of recognition, so, my husband, some of my coaches on the team would do shout outs, and I would do shout outs to myself, like, hey, we hit whatever. And there are really creative ways that you can do that. I know some people feel those shout outs people are just clueless on, but for me, those shout outs really brought a lot of attention to people. They were just so inspired by seeing these ranked shout outs, and they were like, how do I want that, because people love recognition. People love to hear their name and see their name in lights, right? So I hope this was helpful. I want you to know that you can do this. You don't need anybody. I also know that at the time, one of the top coaches in the company was sharing the same type of story, and I was like, well, if she can do this, I can do this. And I just kept thinking that way. If she can do this, I can do this. And it just really is that belief in yourself. And just also remembering, one thing that my husband had told me was, if you were placed or signed in with a stronger upline or whatever the case may be, do you think you do what you did? Like, would you have done all the things you did, or would you have not? And, he was like, I think you're right where you belong. And so you have to just know that you're right where you belong, and your story is going to be powerful to other people. The right people are going to connect with you. You only need, in this business, so many people that want to just group together and run with you to build this business, and you can build a really successful business. So I hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions, I'm always here to help and answer. My name is Lindsay Weiss. You can certainly reach out. I'm happy to share. I will say my coach did quit, and I did get a real coach now. So fast forward 4.5 years, and I actually have a coach, which is still kind of cool to be like, oh, I have a coach. Like, I never had that. I had such a great relationship with the person who signed me in, and then she was building, and then she just fell off the map, because what attracted me to the business was that she kept posting about how she's home with her kids, and she's helping people in health and fitness, and it's payday, and she's going to go enjoy her day. And those things were happening. And I was just like, seriously? Like, you can work from home and do this? And this is a real business. This isn't a scam. And it took me 8 months to make the decision. So 8 months of this time she spent with me, and then to have her kind of fall off the planet and just go away it was heartbreaking. It was frustrating. So I'm not going to lie. There were some hard feelings, but you know what? Personal development got me through it. I never have ever, since the day I've signed up, I've never missed a month of Success Club. I've been elite 4 times. This is my 4th year. So anything is possible. Truth be told, you do not need a strong upline. So if you aren't on a strong leg, or if you aren't with a strong upline, it's okay. You can always reach up. There's always somebody in the upline of some sort that you can reach up and certainly work with, and they will be happy to help you out. And I'm sure they'd love to give you recognition because you are a part of their family. So anyways, I hope this video helps you guys, and just be the coach that you always wanted. Get out there. Don't let these little excuses get in your way, and build a solid business for you and your family. Thanks.